with my newest Flosstube. Honestly, I don't remember which number. I don't remember what number it is. It's in the 30s somewhere. That's all I've got. I'm Sherry. This is Hecate's Needle, both here on YouTube and on Instagram. Welcome. If you're a returning visitor, I'm so happy you're back. I'm happy to see you always. If you're new here, welcome to my craft room. Jelly Bean has roughed up my ribbon stash there. I'll be sorting that mess out soon. But anyway, welcome to my craft room where we talk a lot about cross stitch and needlepoint. We also do some sewing, some gardening, some life, whatever crafty things I get up to, and a whole lot of kitten chaos, mostly by the name of Jelly Bean. He's my naughty little boy. I am joined here today by the lovely Artemis, who is right here. It's a gray, rainy day, and therefore the possibility exists that there might be thunders, and the thunders are trying to get her, so she must be next to Mama so I can protect her. We are also joined by Jelly Bean, who is curled up asleep, finally, on the dog bed. His Auntie Laura calls him a naughty little puddin', and he is a naughty little puddin'. He drives me insane. But anyway, I will say that I'm not facing directly toward the camera today. I'm kind of facing off because I have my foot propped up. And we'll get to the reason why at the end during the life update. Needless to say, I was being me again. But anyway, first I want to say, here recently I've been getting a lot of new subscribers. Maybe the algorithm is finally working in my favor. Maybe. But I'd like to say welcome. I would also like to say thank you. And I hope you enjoy what you see. A little bit about me. For all the new people, I am currently a stay-at-home mom. I used to do speech therapy in the school districts, but I have a special needs daughter who, she's 30, but she can't live on her own. So I stay home and take care of her. In the meantime, I do lots of crafty things, and I garden, I sew, all kinds of things. So, being isolated at home now for a good part of my time, I decided to do a Flosstube because I have no one local who stitches. So I have no one local to talk about cross stitch with. So, here we are. Anyway, this 2 weeks, I have made lots of progress, and I have a new start, finish, and fully finish all in one project. It is the full Happy Meal, thank you very much. And we're going to go ahead and start with cross stitch. I have a full finish, as I said. I received a little bookmark kit from Povatrulia. I got it from Amazon. They are a company from the Ukraine. Cute patterns. They have some cute ones, and they have some really beautiful ones. There are 3 kits that I'm looking at. They're all 3 different scenes of Mount Fuji. Now, my husband, when he was in the Marines, was stationed in Japan, and he loved it there. So I was thinking about getting all 3 of those kits and stitching those for him. But in any case, they're on my wish list. I'll get to it. But in any case, I got this bookmark kit. It's very cute. I love the autumn feel to it. The little fox with his little mushrooms. But I opened the kit yesterday, and I've already fully finished it. This was one day. I did all of the stitching and the fully finishing, everything yesterday. It was very, very quick, easy stitch, and it turned out really cute. Really cute. Now, normally, I would not have finished it with the Aida on the back. I would have used a decorative fabric, but I mean, they provided the extra piece of Aida to put on the back, so I just used it. But I will probably stitch another one of these, and I will probably do it on a colored fabric and have a decorative, like, quilting fabric on the back, I think, because I typically prefer that to just plain white, because this gets dirty really quick, especially with the print and books. But anyway, very cute. I'm very pleased with it. I like it. So that was my full happy meal. Start, finish, and fully finish, all in one shot. The next thing I worked on was The Herbalist Stitch Along by Whirled on a String by Dara. And it is in my herb bag that I made myself. Now, I am caught up with this stitch along. They just released the next piece on Monday, and it's peppermint. I have not stitched that part yet, but I'll probably do it tonight after dinner. And it only takes about 20 minutes to stitch one of these. But otherwise, I'm caught up. When you saw it before, it looked like this. Since then, I have filled in the infusion, the ginger, and the elderberry. This is being stitched on a 14 count Aida in the colorway Seafoam Green. And I like it. I like how it's turning out. And I like the way the floss goes with the fabric. So, as I said, I am all caught up with that one. Now, the next thing I worked on, I had mentioned in my last video that I was going to put all my projects on a spinning wheel and then just spin the wheel and just stitch whatever it lands on. I really like how that's working out. That has relieved a lot of my stress over projects and me having so many of them. I'm actually making progress, and that is huge and makes me very happy. And I just threw stuff in the floor because of course I did. It wouldn't be me if I didn't. So the next one I worked on is in this bag. All kinds of cute little kitties. Again, I made this one myself. And it is the Bee Mandala. I believe Doreen Jones may be the designer of this. I wouldn't swear to it, but I think so. It is from the World of Cross Stitching, May 2021. Love this. And we used to raise bees, and we plan to raise bees again. Maybe in the spring, get new hives. But love this. Now, when you saw it before, it looked like this. Tiny, tiny little start. However, I have made progress. Now I have this. Now before it was just this flower and this one in the center, but since then I filled in these 3 flowers and I've started on one of the bees on the bottom. I love it. I love how these colors look on this fabric. This fabric is one of my Fabric of the Month Club selections from Witch's Garden Crafts. It is a 14 count Aida in the colorway Frosty. And my husband actually picked it for this project, and I like how it's turning out. But that is my bee mandala. Now, that one I put 528 stitches in, and that put me at 9% complete. A whopping 9%. But progress is progress, right? Now the next one I worked on is in this bag, also made by me, and I don't have a sheet of paper over here. It's my Mill Hill Moonstruck. This one is my oldest project. It got put on hold for a couple of years because beads and kittens don't mix. Kittens love to help you when you're beading. They really do. But now the kittens are old enough that I can start working on it again. So as I said, I worked on this the past 2 weeks. Now, when you saw it before, it looked like that. Here, we'll use this. Now, it looks like this. I have filled in some more of the beads outlining the tree, and then I've begun filling in this magenta. I love the way it looks. This one I put in 271 stitches. Now obviously when you're beading it's a lot slower. You don't get as much done. But that put me at 58% complete. So I'm making progress. I'm over halfway. I can live with that. The next one I worked on is in this bag here with the sea turtles and the seahorses and seashells. Again, I made that one myself. And it is my Riolis kit, Maine Coon. My husband got me this one for Christmas last year. And it looks exactly like our cat Lucy before we lost her. She was very old though. She had a very good life. But I would like to get her done. Now this one I put quite a few stitches in. When you saw it before, it looked like this. I am using all kit materials. Same thing with the Moonstruck, all kit materials. But now, she looks like that. I put in 704 stitches, and that puts me at 55%. So again, over halfway. Barely over halfway, but that's still over halfway. What I did this time was I finished all of the blends in here and began on the ears. So all of the blends are done. So it really should go faster now. But she is definitely taking shape. And I love it. Very, very pretty. as I said, I'm using all the kit materials. Now the next one I worked on is a Christmas present. And it is the Christmas present for my husband. It is in my little watermelon bag. Happy little summer watermelon bag. And it is a kit from Designworks. Say Sushi. My husband will eat sushi all day long. So I figured this would be perfect for him for Christmas. Not to mention it looks like Cheeto. Cheeto will also eat sushi all day long. Now, this one, when you last saw it, it looked like this. I had a very small start. But now, it looks like this. I don't know if you can hear that, but Jelly Bean is loving on the hound. He is loving all up on Artemis and just purring. But all I have left to do with this, with the cat, is fill in the white and do the back stitching, and then just fill in the lettering. I've even beaded the little sushi rolls. So all that's left is filling in the white and doing the back stitch, and then filling in the writing. Now I put 1,216 stitches into that one. And that put me at 71% done. So definitely pleased with that progress. And I'm just using the kit materials. Nothing special. The next one I worked on is in this bag with the sea turtles. Again, that I made myself. And this is one of my stitch alongs. This is the stitch along everybody's doing. This is the Deadly Aquarium by Lola Crow. And when you last saw it, it looked like this. Now, it looks like this. I have finished all of the black outline for the frame, and now I've started filling in the dark brown. I had thought what I would do is after I finish the black outline, I would just fill in the rest of the frame as I filled in the pieces. But honestly, so many of the pieces have been released now that I just said, screw it. I'm just going to finish the frame and then I'll go through and fill in the pieces. I don't want to stress myself out over it. This one I'm not doing as a stitch along. I have added it to my spinning wheel for my regular projects. So when it gets finished, it gets finished. Now this one is being stitched on 14 count Ada, and it is opalescent minty green. Now, obviously, you know, on camera you can never see the opalescence, but it's the opalescent one. And I like stitching on it. It's just such a big project that I don't want to stress myself out trying to keep up with it. Now those are all the ones I've worked on. That's all my progress. As for plans, I'm going to continue along as I have been. Like I said, putting my projects on the spinning wheel really helped with the anxiety and the stress over having so many projects going at one time. because I do have 13 projects going right now. Which is a lot for me. But the spinning wheel has really helped. So I'm going to continue with that. I do have 3 more Christmas stitches that I need to start. One for my son, and then one for my daughter, and then a little one for my daughter. So I'll be starting those soon. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep on with what I'm doing because it's working so far. Now, the next thing, I do have some acquisitions. I have some Stitchy Kindness, and we will start with that. Yesterday, I was surprised when the mailman brought me a package. Laura from I Stitch Birds sent me this lovely project bag. It's my Hecate. I absolutely love it. It's from Little Boat 88, but lovely. I love this fabric. I absolutely do. And the project bag comes with a little needle book, which is awesome. Absolutely love it. And it is the very first project bag that I didn't make myself, which is cool. So very excited about that. The next thing I got, my husband brought me this. He thought this would be cute for the Christmas ornaments that I'm making for the tree. Now, this little kit comes with everything you need. Comes with 6 skeins of floss, and they're full skeins. Comes with 4 4x4 squares of Aida. It comes with a little pink hoop, which pink is not Christmas to me, so I will probably use some of the little hoops I have. Comes with 2 needles. Then it comes with a whole little pattern book. And this pattern book is too cute. It has several patterns. We have that one. We have that one. That one. That one. So, several little patterns, all the stuff you need to make them. Very cute little kit. I think he said he got it at Barnes & Noble. I had sent him there to pick up a book for me. And he brought me that. So, very excited to have that. Those will be cute additions to our Christmas ornaments on our tree. You know, the non-breakable kind. The next thing I got this off during Amazon Prime days, and it is Bucilla's little snowflake kit. It's felt embroidery. Comes with everything you need. And it makes a set of 16 ornaments. Again, ornaments that the cats can't break. So I thought that would be a nice addition to our Christmas tree. The next two things I got, 1, 2, 3 Stitch had all their cat patterns on sale. And me and cats. The first one I got is a Madame Lefay, and it is Baptiste de Chat, which translates into cat nonsense. And they are. I don't know if you can hear it, but Cheeto is wandering the halls singing the song of his people. But anyway, I got that one, which is very cute. And the other one I got is by the Woolly U, and it is Midnight Dreamer. And it's my little Hecate. And my husband actually really likes this one too. But I thought it was very cute. So those were my acquisitions. And I believe that's all I got. Yes. Yes. So that's all I have for cross stitch. Like I said, I do have 3 more projects that I need to start, and I will be starting those soon. At least one of them will be started before the next video. But otherwise, I'm going to continue on with what I've been doing. So, on to sewing. Sewing. The only thing I've managed to sew was a polo for my husband. He wanted a blue one for when he's playing golf. He had a pair of blue shorts, but he didn't have any collared shirts to go with them. So I made him a blue polo out of some cotton jersey I had laying around. And then I've actually got him a pair of denim shorts and another golfing shirt cut out, but I haven't had a chance to stitch them yet. I do have a stack of fabric matched to patterns that I need to cut. But I haven't had a chance to do that yet. And then I did get the pattern and the fabric to make my mother her wrap for Christmas. So I need to get that cut and stitched up. I also have a tote bag cut that I need to get stitched up. And then I have some other things that I need to get fabric cut for. But I've not been able to sew for a week. So that's really it for sewing. I don't have any acquisitions, nothing like that. So, on to garden. Garden, there is none. Our garden's done. The sweet potatoes are still thriving. They like they're a tropical crop. The onions are struggling. Caterpillars keep eating all the leaves. Without the leaves, they can't make energy to make the bulbs for the onions. So, it's an ugly cycle. And there are still herbs growing out there. Otherwise, they're done. They're done. My garden's done. Since Hurricane Beryl, it has rained every day. It's just rain all the time. Really? It's too wet. Like I said, the sweet potatoes and the onions and the herbs are all in 3-foot tall raised beds. So they have drainage. Everything else rotted. Beans, winter squash, summer squash, cucumbers, tomatoes, they all rotted. And tomatoes are heavy water, heavy feeding, but they still rotted. It's just too wet. So we scrapped it. We'll take care of what's out there, but otherwise we're just going to wait until fall and start over. That's the only thing you can do. Now, we did get all of the fallen branches and tree limbs out of our yard from the hurricane. We got them hauled out back and burned those down. So that's all cleaned up. It's been too wet. We have standing water in our yard, so it's been too wet for us to lay the concrete slab around our well so that we can build the shed around the well. So we haven't been able to do that yet. We're waiting. We're waterlogged. We just are. So that's gonna have to wait. So life. I have been doing what I do best. Injuring myself. I'm not only gifted, I'm talented at it. I guess it was about 6 weeks ago. I went outside and stepped in a hole that was hidden under the grass and twisted my ankle. No big deal. I've done it 100 times before, at least. I'm a klutz. I'm a huge klutz. I fall downstairs, upstairs, off stairs. I fall just walking across the floor. And I know people are always telling me, oh, well, you're of a certain age. Maybe it's, a neurolog. No, I've always been this way. Since I was a child, I was this way. And I used to do gymnastics. That's frightening. I can run across a balance beam, but can't walk across the floor. Who knows? But I twisted my ankle about 6 weeks ago. And not only has it not gotten any better, it's gotten progressively worse. So my husband insisted I go to the doctor and have it looked at. And I was just like, it's just arthritis. I mean, I'm old. It is what it is. But I went to the doctor, and it turns out it was not arthritis. I was wrong. I admit it. What had happened was I tore the ligaments on the inside of my left ankle, and they have not healed. So the doctor wrapped it up, and she has ordered me to stay off of it for 2 weeks and see if that helps, see if it heals. And if it doesn't, I have to go back and get a referral to orthopedics. My good friend, Dr. Chin. The one who did the surgery on both my feet. Okay. He will probably be seeing me again. So that's why I've not been sewing, because I'm supposed to stay off my foot. Which is why I'm sitting this way, because I have my foot propped up on a chair. But anyway, that's a thing, which is why I've had so much time to stitch. Now Monday was my husband's birthday, and he took off work Monday and Tuesday. And for his birthday on Monday, we went to the aquarium in downtown Houston. We'd never been, and we wanted to go. That was fun. But anyway, we went and did that. We loved it. We had a great time. It was awesome. They have some amazing exhibits. They have a little train that you ride, and it goes under the shark enclosure. So the sharks are actually swimming over you and next to you, because it's a cave. That was really cool. They have great whites. They have nurse sharks. They had a sawfish, which it turns out is not a type of shark. It is a type of ray, and they are endangered. It was very cool looking. It was huge, but he was very cool looking. He literally, it's like a ray, but he has this, it looks like a saw blade on his head. My husband and I both like that. I love the Siberian tiger expedition. Or exhibit. Words and syllables are hard. When we got there, it was obviously nap time. He was flopped out and not going anywhere, okay? But anyway, they have a stingray tank where you can go and pet and feed the stingrays. My daughter loved that one, which we liked it too. It was cool. They're very friendly. So we did that, and they had all kinds of exhibits. We got to see axolotls in person. That was cool. I've never seen one live before. But all kinds of things. So we did that. Now, we did not eat at the restaurant. They have a restaurant that's also surrounded by exhibits. We didn't eat at the restaurant that day. But I've already told my husband for a date night I would like to go do that. And he's totally down with that. So we will do that at a later time. We had a blast. And it was good to get out of the house. It was good for him to get away from work for a while because he works all the time. Honestly, he's getting burned out. I know everybody thinks Buc-ee's is just awesome. I don't know why. It's just a gas station. To be fair, I've always hated Buc-ee's, even before my husband started working for him. For those who don't know, he manages the maintenance and service of the fleet of trucks that deliver the gas to Buc-ee's. And it is owned by Buc-ee's. So he works for Buc-ee's. The problem with Buc-ee's is that if you work for them, you are expected to dedicate your entire being to the mighty beaver overlord. Okay. And he's on call 24/7, which, to be fair, you got to keep gas in the pumps. So the trucks have to be on the road. So, that's fine. It's just that he gets burned out. And he is burned out. Severely burned out. I mean, he'll go for weeks without having an uninterrupted night's sleep. And that's not healthy. So, he needed these days off. And honestly, my daughter and I needed to get out of the house for a change. We are home a good part of the time. Mostly because all it does is rain. Okay. All it's done is rain. So we've been kind of cooped up inside with nothing to do. No, I mean, I have plenty to do. It's just nothing outside the house to do. But anyway, so that was nice. And we have decided that we are going to look around, see if there are more things to go explore. The problem is I was born and raised in Texas, so I have seen most everything here. Most, not all, most. So we've decided we're going to look around and see what else there is that maybe we haven't seen together or that neither of us has seen at all. So we're planning some more day trips because we need to do more fun things as opposed to just either work at work or work on this damn house. We are tired of working on this house. It never ends. But anyway, so that's what's going on with life. Other than that, we're all fine. The kittens got their first catnip box yesterday. I had planned to wait till Daddy got home before I opened it. So I just brought it in and put it on top of the stove. Jelly Bean wasn't having it. He jumped up on the stove, pushed the box off in the floor, and pushed it down the hall to the room where I was sitting, demanding that I open it. So I said, okay, Daddy's just not going to be here. Maybe he can make it for next month. So I opened it and took all the cat toys. Well, I opened it first while he was there. Are you going to share? Are you going to share with your siblings? Is that a no? Oh my gosh. So then I took all the cat toys off the cardboard because I didn't want anybody biting off any of those little plastic tags and choking on them. So I took them all off, put them back in the box, and then just put the box on the bed where I was sitting with my foot propped up and just let them go at it. You want your toy? Snickers, you want your dragon? Jelly bean. Really? You rolled off the bed into the floor? All three boys were all over those toys. 2 hours straight of zooming in and playing with the toys. Hecate, she's 4 years old now. She wasn't so much interested in the toys. So, and she definitely wasn't interested in mingling with those wild boys. So she just laid by Mama. But the boys had a lovely time. And then once they kind of started winding down, I gave them all some of the treats. Now the treats were tuna flavored, which Snickers doesn't like tuna. The only fish he likes is fresh seafood, freshly caught by Mama or Daddy, because he's spoiled and picky, but he doesn't like tuna. So I gave him some of his regular treats. But the other three loved the tuna treats, so it was a hit. Apparently that subscription is a hit. So we had that going on. But otherwise, life is normal. We hope to have a vacation by the end of the year. We're hoping we can go on a vacation before my son leaves the country so that he can come stay with all the animals and we won't have to worry about it. We're hoping. Now, we'll see if it works. If my husband can get that much time off, we'll see. But we're hoping. In any case, that's all that's going on here. Again, to all my new subscribers, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you join our little tiny little community here. For anyone new, I hope you saw something you like. If you did, like, subscribe, share, comment, ring the little bell, all those little things that they do on YouTube. We'd love to have you join us regularly. Otherwise, it's Thursday. It's not too early to say I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I hope to see you again soon. I'll be back in 2 weeks. I'm planning to do a kit parade and a chart parade. I'm not sure when, but it's been over a year since I did one. So I'm thinking about doing that. So that'll be coming up. I just can't tell you when because I don't know. But anyway, thank you for joining me in my craft room. Artemis and Jellybean are all snuggly. He finally wore her down. He terrifies her. He terrifies her. But anyway, air terrifies her. Anyway, thanks for joining me in my craft room, and I will see you next time.